Well, that didn't work. Okay. Leadfarmer73 here. I was going to do, I know it's super early, but it's Sunday. Some people at church, some people still sleep. Because what I wanted to do was do this and have like you guys can ask me questions as we go. Because I know I'm going to leave something out. Because there's so much to it. It's simple, but complex at the same time. It's kind of like baking a cake. You know what I'm saying? Let me make sure my battery is right too. Hold on, y'all. Ain't nobody in here anyway. I'm only going to try to make these segments like 15 minutes long or so, if that, because it's not much to know. Hey, Sean Bailey. So you finally made it, huh? I run my mouth so much you ain't missing nothing. Let's see if I can shut a little of that light out. There we go. That's a little better. Okay. I even made a list so I can try to keep this time. I'm watching my time, so y'all keep me posted on my time. You know I'll start talking. Okay, let's get into it. Few people want to know about beekeeping. You see, I ain't even got no chair, nothing. Got my coffee, no chair. I'm not gonna get too comfortable. Few people want to know about beekeeping this year, and it's tons, it's hundreds of people out there beekeeping on their channels and everything else, and there's plenty of information out there. But a lot of people are asking me, so I'm going to give you how I do it. I'm gonna tell you exactly how I do it and what I do. So let me see who that was. Hey, oh, and you know what? I caught that. I said people pronounce your name Margie. I've been calling you Margie since I met you. So it's Mari, right? Like Maria. Is that how you pronounce it? Because I've been calling you Marie all this time. Well, I'm sorry. Look, let's get this going because I'm starting. The first thing we're going to talk about, you guys, is equipment. Equipment. The first thing you should do. You love the mug? I do too. I love what's in it even more. The first thing you should purchase right now, you don't have a hive, you don't know nothing about bees, you don't know anything about anything that I'm talking about right now with beekeeping. One thing that's gonna be cheap for you, and I'm gonna even try to pull it up while we sit here and talk. One thing that'll be cheap for you that you can buy now and get it out of the way is a bee suit. I got all my props ready for y'all and everything this morning. It's kind of off the cuff and it's kind of not, okay? So one of your first things, no, not Palmetto State Armory. See, one part of me is think about guns, the other part think about bees. Okay. I'm gonna pull up a price for y'all just off the top of my head. Hold on, beekeeper suit. Just to give you an idea how much they cost and how cheap they are. It depends on where you go because they're actually even cheaper. Oh, not Becker. I really need to go to the eye doctor, y'all. I'm not kidding. I keep putting it off, but my eyes telling me no. Okay, I got a couple, and you don't need the full suit. You don't need the pants. You ain't going trying to remove killer bees out of a hotel or something. All you really need for the last, well, I've been doing this 6-7 years. I've been doing this with just a jacket and some sweatpants. Okay, I wear 2 pairs of sweatpants. I do that because it's cold. But all you need is on 1 pair of sweatpants. Because guess what? When you buy the beekeeper suit, they're like sweatpants. And you sitting there like, hell, I could have got these from Walmart for $4, right? But them pants cost more than the top. I'm even looking here, $79 for the whole bodysuit. And when you don't know anything about bees, I'm going to tell you something about this. Let's remember one thing, okay? It's a coat. This is a real jacket. They have the breathable ones, but now you talking about coming off $150, $200, where the ones that can breathe, where the bees really can't get you. Well, if you talking about spending $200 on your bee suit, okay, you better be making hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars in a beekeeping business when you spending that kind of money. I'm not. I'm a novice. This is a hobby, and it's something I want for my own personal garden. So I'm not talking about, I'm not trying to hear 100 nothing. So these jackets cost you anywhere with the hood and the gloves, anywhere from $20 to $40 to $50. Mine, of course, because it's bigger, I know. I needed a size bigger, so mine did cost 40 bucks. But lady legs and little legs, $15 and $20, okay? This is something you can buy right now. Right now. And the reason I say buy it right now, I'm trying to stick to my bullet points here. The reason let's keep it on. It is kind of chilly. The reason I say you can stick to this, buy this right now, is because when you start adding up, even as cheap as everything is, when you start adding up prices of everything, and this where people always mess their lives up too. Because they say, oh, that's just $5. Oh, that's just $3. Oh, that's just $4. The problem with that, even in reality in your everyday life, okay, what my wife called nickel and diming yourself to death, right? So, yeah, this jacket is, say this is only $15. This box is only $20. This box is only $30. Each frame is only $1. You know what I'm saying? But when you add all that stuff together in one big payment, you start looking at, damn, I done spent $300. I done spent $400 or $500 on bugs. And that's the bottom line of it. And trust me, it won't shake out of your head because I know what I'm doing now. But I still always think that when I buy a new piece of equipment. Okay, that's going to run me. When little Led wanted to get into beekeeping, he was like, I really want to try it, Dad. Okay, fine. But I'm looking at, okay, $15. Get this boy $15 so he can come play with bees. It always be on your mind. So let's keep on moving, okay? First thing you need is your bee suit. First thing you need, very first thing, your suit, your gloves. Go online, and if you're here in the Carolinas, I like to stop by a place. It's called Carolina Bee Company. They got a lot of the best equipment. Good morning, Gwen. They got a lot of the best equipment. It's easy to get to. You don't have to wait for for it to be shipped to you online or anything. You can just go straight there. So if you are here in the Carolinas, especially South Carolina, that is my favorite place to stop by and get my equipment. I used to get everything online, but it's only like 20 minutes up the road and I can go there and just get my equipment. It is going to cost a little more when you get it right there, up front. But sometimes I want my equipment right now and I'm willing to pay that extra $3 or $5. Hey, EC, I'm willing to pay that extra $3 or $5 to get my equipment right now instead of waiting 5 to 7 business days. You know what I'm saying? So it's worth it. Now, second thing we need, Second thing you better have, Hive Tool. And now I set this up behind me so I can show you exactly what this does, okay? This is one of the most important parts. I forgot one thing, y'all. Hang tough. 2 ticks. All right, we cooking with gas now. One last prop I had. Okay, this is your Hive Tool. This, you need this. You need this. Because when you go in the hive, everything is stuck together, and I left this out here. Okay. They make this glue called propolis. Can you see that? Look like old earwax or something. Something disgusting. Somebody is not well. Well, this stuff is, I call it bee glue. It glue everything together. Everything. That's how hives be up in the trees and inside of the tree. They glue everything together with this. Okay? Now, when this inside this box, when the weather is cool, you ain't getting them frames out because that glue is like super glue. When it's really hot outside, then it's easier to work with, but it's still hard. You need to pry those frames out of here because inside this box, let's open her up. Because inside this box is frames. You see that? Yeah. Inside this box is frames. You see how tightly they're touching each other. Look. See how close they are together? Not these gaps, but down here, each with right there. See that? In between there, they touching. In between there, they're touching. You will not get those loose unless, let me zoom all the way in for you. Unless you go in there, you take this sharp part and you break that loose like that. You get it in there and you wiggle it loose. You take that hook end, you put it under there like that, and you pry it out. And you pull your frame out. And sometimes your frame is nasty. We're gonna open it back up here, okay? I'm zoomed in too far. Okay. Sometimes your frame is nasty or they start building wax in the wrong spot. You don't want that because once they start making a mess, it's hard to come back from that. So what you do, you take your Hive Tool, like, oh, they start building comb over here. You take that Hive Tool, you scrape that off. See, I'm scraping stuff off now. You take your Hive Tool, you scrape that off. Come on this side, you scrape that off. Okay, I don't want wax right there. They start building it on the bottom of the frame. That's really messy because once that honey spill from under here where it ain't supposed to be, that attracts all kind of creatures. Ants, other bees, they smell it too and like, we about to go in here and have a party. You take your Hive Tool, you scrape that off, and always keep you a little bucket close by. Like get you an old 5-gallon bucket, Home Depot bucket, or Walmart bucket, something, because everything you scrape off of here, throw it in that bucket. You keep another little bucket of water so you can rinse your gloves off or your hands if you ain't wearing gloves. Because that honey, that'll start making you stick to all of this. You won't be able to let nothing go. It's like a cartoon. You know how, Tom and Jerry, he put glue on his hand. You can't let nothing go. That's what that honey and that propolis will do to you. If you see my gloves, if you see these gloves, they were pure white. All of that black ain't dirt. You can even see right here. That's just a big hunk of propolis right there. See that? That's just, look, when I open it up. It ain't going nowhere. That's bee glue. Okay? That's valuable stuff, but it's sticky. Don't get it twisted. It's super sticky. All right. Now, we know first thing you need is your hive jacket. You should be purchasing that now. If you're thinking about either trying to do this in the spring or getting ready for 2020, try to do some beekeeping, this is still something you need to be trying to think about buying right now. When beekeeping season comes, you need to be thinking about beekeeping in first thing of winter, late fall. You need to be worrying about spring then, even sooner than your next season's garden. Okay, your hive tool. It comes in several different shapes and sizes and all kind of strange stuff, right? This is okay, but nothing beats the hooker. Nothing beats the hooker. TJ Hooker. You dig what I'm saying? Trust me. You look at any YouTube video about people beekeeping, they got this in their back pocket. Very rare somebody got one of these, because they do the same thing. This is just way more agile. You understand? That hook is everything. Now, third most valuable, vital tools in beekeeping. Things, I'm giving y'all things right now. Okay, we've been in 16 minutes. I'm going to stop this. I'm going to stop this in 20 minutes, okay? One of the vital key things you need is this. Can anybody tell me what that is? I'll give you a clue. That is a smoker, a hive smoker. This smokes the bees. That's right, Bridget. That's right, Gwen. This smokes your bees. And if you don't know what smoking your bees mean, you take, oh, I still got fuel in there. You take old pieces of wood, leaves, grass clippings, dry tinder, and a little bit of green to give you a lot of good bellowing smoke. You light up a little paper, you put in there. That, you know what? It relaxes them, but it's not quite what you think. It's not that it relaxes them so much, because it don't. What it does is the same thing as it would do to you if there was smoke inside of your home. You trying to get out of the house, right? And people like, come this way, come on, run out the house this way. You can't see, you can't hear, you can't smell anything, so you're confused. All your messages from everybody else trying to get you out of that house or tell you what's wrong, you running down into the basement, you don't even know the fire is in the basement, right? But everybody trying to tell you, don't go in the basement. You can't see them, you can't hear them, you don't know which way you're going. That's what it does for bees. It confuses them. It doesn't relax them. It confuses them. So they can't send signals to each other to say, hey, somebody breaking in our house, it's time to set it off in this mug. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't mix their signals up and somebody gives the doggone order to fire, they're going to start shooting at you. It depends on how docile they are at the moment, but when it's springtime and they busy, they don't want to be bothered with you, you don't go in there without no smoke, because you're going to get popped. And it's not super serious, but nobody want to get stung. Nobody even want a vaccine shot, you know? So you don't want to get stung. Purchase this. This is like $8 on online. $8. This will save you a lot of trouble. So the first thing you do, we're going to flip this back over, okay? Because I'm going to show you something. This is what people always do wrong. Just say this is the lid, okay? First thing people do, you see them on YouTube doing this all the time, and they just make it harder for themselves. This is what they do. They grab their smoker. It's smoking. Okay. They smoke the front. Let me show y'all this. They smoke the front. They smoke it. The first thing they do is jump right in there. Smoke, smoke, smoke. Jump in and start Throw that down, start messing with the bees. Okay, okay, this is them, all right? All right. Yep, that looks pretty good to me. Yep, they doing pretty good. Oh yeah, they doing all nice. Here's the problem with that. Say the fire just started. I'm trying to make this relatable. Say the fire just started in your home. You don't smell the smoke yet. The alarms aren't going off yet, right? So you ain't thinking about that. The first thing you gonna think is somebody trying to break in your house. Time to set it off. No signals are crossed. Come this way. He coming in the house this way. You gonna head for that door because you can see, you can hear, you can think. If you don't give that smoke time to scramble their signals, they won't get their signals crossed and they will attack you. You understand? So here's the deal. This is how you do it. You want to scramble their signals so they don't know what's going on. If they don't know what's going on, they're going to leave you alone while you can harvest the honey or do a check on them. Check the queen. They don't know what's going on. Like, what's going on, man? I don't know. I can't see. And it's smoky in here. I can't taste nothing because that's how they use everything. Their antennas, taste, smell, all of that. And if they can't do none of that, they can't tell each other, the dude, he coming through the top of the hive. So this is how you do it. You take that smoker. I done passed 20 minutes. You take that smoker. We going for 30. Take that smoker. You got him light. Make sure you keep it lit. Before I do this, this is what I keep, and I know it's in my pocket, and I ain't even got to look. You make sure you keep you a couple lighters in your pockets. It's certain things you keep in your pockets at all times, and this is one of them, because you don't want this to go out, because you don't just smoke them once. Every now and then you hit them with a little bit more smoke. Just a little bit. You ain't smoking no bacon. Okay? Because if you smoke them too much, your honey is going to taste like whatever you lit this fire with. Newspaper, old wood chips, cow dung. It's been done, trust me. It's not a bad thing. But if you smoke that too much, your honey is going to smell and taste exactly like whatever you burned in this smoker. So you don't smoke them a lot. Just hit them a little bit. That's all it takes. They bees. Think about how little they nose and stuff is. Here, I do this. I open it a little bit. I smoke them. Just a little bit of smoke. Couple waves of smoke. And you know what I do? I close it back up. Smoke them a little bit at the bottom. And leave it. And I'll leave the smoker hanging right there next to it. So that smoke still kind of humming around. So that, that's how you do it. You let that sit like that for about 2 or 3 minutes and then go back in there. You can open it like this and ain't nobody flying out at you or nothing. You're like, oh, okay. That's how you do it. Don't try to rush beekeeping. The reason why I don't do beekeeping and I don't do these kind of videos that I'm doing for y'all now, this isn't a rush job. This is kind of like gardening. You plant the seed and you wait, right? You nurture it and you wait. You feed it, water it, baby it, and you wait. And then you get to reap the benefits. This is no different. Don't try to rush through beekeeping because this is not for you if that's what you're trying to do. Okay? Don't do that. Now we're going to talk about, I'm just going to do this for 45 minutes. Now I'm going to take you, those were the few things you needed. Hive Tool, bee suit, and your smoker. Those 3 things, you guys, just give us an hour. You sure? Is anybody else cool with that? An hour? Because it's a lot of information, and I was going to do like this whole series. No matter how much information I give you, you're going to need more. Yes, Gwen, can I show of hands who want me to just stay on here for that hour? I'm not going to count this time that I'm asking y'all to vote either. I'm going to take this off. It's getting hot. See, I'm in the house and it's getting hot. Can you imagine when it's 98 degrees outside? Okay, Chikara. Okay. That's another yes. So I'm gonna just keep it rolling, okay? Thank you for the lesson, friend. Thank you, Marty. Fresh and sassy, blessed living. Yes, thank you. Okay, here we go. If y'all got any, okay, Jacqueline, I got, no, Jacqueline. Okay. Oh, Bo Blues, my brother. Man, it's so good to see you, my friend. So good to see you. So this is what we're going to do. And don't be looking at my wrinkled shirt. Yes, I just pulled this out the dryer. It's clean. But I was like, you know, what you going to do? I'm not going to sit here and iron. Not this morning for you. Dig this. Okay, let's go back. First thing you need was the bee suit. I just took that off. Second thing you need, the bee suit. Make sure you have the veil. When you go online, if you plan on buying online, make sure it comes with the veil, because depending on where it's coming from, you might get one from like Hong Kong, China, or something like that. And believe this too, the ones that's coming from overseas, they run small. So if you wear a large, get an extra large. If you wear a small, get a medium. You understand what I'm saying? Because I ain't gonna get into that. They run small. America's small and large is a lot different than the rest of the world, as you can see. So remember that when you ordering. Order one size up when you getting them from overseas. If you're getting them from here in the States somewhere, you'll be all right, okay? So here we go. What you need, bee suit, Hive Tool. This thing is like $4. And if you buy several of them, it's thick and you'll never break this, you'll never bend it. This thing is pure stainless steel. This, I'll have this, and my great-great-great-great-grandkids will be using this in their beehives when I'm long gone. Get that. It costs you like $4. Anywhere $4 to $7, something like that. That tool is worth $100. Because once you start using it, realizing I can't do nothing without that, you'll see how much it's really worth. Now, make sure when you buy your bee suit, make sure it comes with a veil. Because some of those, they'll trick you and the price be low, but it don't come with a veil or gloves. You can look online, look on eBay, look on Amazon. Make sure it comes with the gloves. Make sure it comes with a veil that attaches. Because here's the thing. When you start buying stuff separately, it costs more money. You start buying gloves separately, they cost more money. The veil, more money. And that veil might not be able to attach to your jacket because you bought it from two different places trying to be cheap. Go ahead and buy the whole jacket, veil, glove combo that's going to run you. I just looked at it here. I'm going to tell you right here. Here's one that I haven't even scrolled down yet. Good morning, Food Forest Permaculture. Haven't even scrolled down, and you got, here's one right off the top. It got the jacket with the veil. It actually come with pants and the gloves for $39, and I'm looking on Amazon's website. I haven't even scrolled. That's the first thing I saw, okay? Here you go. Good one, good one. Here's a jacket and the veil right there. This ad right here. $15.95. See? Right now, just spending $15 ain't so hard on your pocket. Then turn around, say a week later, you buy this for $4. You ain't thinking about that. I got tons of these because I always lose them out in the yard somewhere. And I find them, and then I buy another one, Smoker. You $8. This is stuff that you could buy a New York pizza and have all this equipment, same price. You could have something that you're going to use for the rest of your life. Okay? Now, I always buy the one with the leather, the smoker with the leather instead of the plastic, because the plastic one I had, what happened, in my experience, is when it get a little cold, that plastic start cracking, and then you got to tape it up and keep duct taping it up. And after a while, you might as well go out there with a torch like the old Romans or something and smoke it. And don't get it twisted. you can do that too. Before I had a smoker, when I first built my first hive, I used to just take wads of newspaper, big wads of newspaper, and just light that tight, wide, wad it up real tight, like that, and smoke them. Good morning, chef. Smoke them like that. You know why I did that? I didn't know how much these costed. I thought they cost a fortune. And I was like, I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna do this. Worked great. And to be honest with you, sometimes I don't use this. I'll still wad up some newspaper and light it. Wide it tight so it burns slow but thick smoke. The reason I do this is because say I'm just going in here and put this little fake lid back on, okay? Say I'm just going in here to just look at them and I just caught a hive and I just want to make sure they're still in the box and make sure they're doing good. Okay, I do like this. I want to peek in. Oh, they still doing good. I am not about to go and grab wood chips, grass, and all of that stuff and throw in this smoker. Because here's the thing about this smoker. See the size of it? It's about a liter. The reason why I don't want to do that, because as you can see in here, I'm going to get messy for you, okay? Look, it's still fuel in there from last season because that sucker will burn all day. When you keep jamming all the paper and the wood chips and the grass clippings and the sticks and twigs in there to keep your smoke going, once you're done with your hive, this sucker is full. It's going to burn on your back porch all day. Now, you can dump it out in your barbecue grill or in your fire pit or something like that safely. I don't like doing that because I don't like walking away from an open fire. You know what I'm saying? In your grill, if you got a lid, close it up. Yeah, that'll work. But then you go to cooking something on your grill and it tastes like old grass and ass chips and stuff like that. I just leave it in here and let it burn out. It'll burn all day. So if I'm just going in there with a check, I just wad up some paper real quick, light it up, smoke it a little, let it get a little smoke. Let it get a little smoke. Oh, you can't see that. Let it get a little smoke down here. Blowing it. Leave it alone. And then I put that out. Because I ain't going to be in there but a minute. I just want to make sure everybody okay. If I just caught a hive or I'm just peeking in, I want to make sure they still there. I'm not going to light this big old thing. You got to use common sense when you out here too. This is all you need. Then you put that in your composter or something. Okay. Now, we're going to get a little deeper. So far, Hive Tool, Bee Suit, Smoker. This, I wasn't even going to tell you about this. The only reason I pulled this out is to tell you this looks cool, and I'm going to show you what it's for. Watch this. Okay, you smoked them. You took the lid off. You got your Hive Tool. You hooked them and booked them. You loosened it up. Well, without using that, you loosened it up. Now, when you see them on YouTube like this, and they use this to go in, clamp that frame, and you seeing them do this. Right? That, my friends, is the biggest hunk of bullshit that you can do. I saw that years ago and I thought that was just so cool. I'm like, oh, I don't got to be holding it like this. Right? I'm like, oh, I could just be handling it like this and walking like a suitcase. What the hell you going to walk like a suitcase with a frame full of bees, frame full of honey? Here's your suitcase handles right here on the side. And it makes it easier for you to look at your hives like this. Don't be lazy. If you lazy, this is not the hobby for you. You flip that up, flip it over, depending on what kind of frame you're looking at. Okay, place that back in. The only reason, and look at it good, because I'm going to tell you, I want you to remember this. Do not buy this. This thing is like $25. And you're going to waste your time and money buying this piece of crap because it's been sitting in my toolbox, in my bee box. Useless. This is useless. I'm not even going to keep this on the table. Useless. Put this back in my bee box. Okay? So far, any questions, anybody? I see everybody saying good morning to each other. I'm looking. If you got any questions right now, just let me know. And then I'm going to move on. No questions. Okay. Sometimes these videos lag. Never use it. Oh, you got hives too, food forest permaculture? Never use that stupid thing. And all I keep wishing is I could just send it back and get my damn $25 back. It was either 25 or 29. That's one of the most expensive tools I own, beekeeping. And it's useless, utterly useless. Okay. Oh, you ain't buying one. Don't buy that thing. That's one of those things they do on YouTube. They know they're making a video and it's going to go viral. They want to look cool. You see their beekeeping suits is nice and clean. And the bees is nice and calm. They got a little music playing in the background. Then they use that stupid thing. That's fake. Trust me. So, okay, no questions so far, Lid. Are the hives expensive? Okay. Now let's get into that because I want to pull up real knowledge for you in real time. That's why I pulled out my iPad because I don't want to steer you wrong. I know hive bodies. Hold on a second, you guys. And I'm going to show you the difference between that too. All right. Now, this is what I suggest. If you're handy and you have like a hammer, little nails, a good staple gun, you can buy all of this stuff and put it together yourself because believe it or not, that's what I do. Each and every one of these frames, you can see where I nailed it right here. Stapled it right there. I put these together and I buy them for half the cost because they're usually about $2. But when you get the whole kit and put it together yourself, it takes like 2 minutes. Tap, tap, tap. I got a nail gun too, so it's even faster. So I just put it together and then hit it. Poop. Boop. And I can do 10 of these frames in like 3 or 4 or 5 minutes. Next thing you know, I just saved myself tons of money. That's the part that nobody tells you. It's things you should be. You know what? I take that back. Fat Bee Man, if you ever want to get into beekeeping, that's a gold mine of knowledge. Wales Bee Man, Fat Bee Man, I watched them religiously back in the day. I still do. So that stuff is important. You want to do this cheap, you buy it in parts. This box, let's get into this first. This, you see this one? You see this one is smaller than this one? This is called a deep hive body. That's why it's so big. This is called a medium hive body. It's a reason for these two things. It's a serious reason that people don't think about. I didn't used to think about it, now I know. And it's important. What that is this. This deep, this box, you need that as deep and as big as possible because this is where the queen is pretty much going to lay her eggs at. This is where the queen hangs out. Okay? So what I do, I start my hives out with 2 of these, 2 deeps. And then on top of, then I start adding these mediums. The reason for that is I give the queen tons of space just to lay her eggs. That bottom box or that bottom 2 boxes, That's just for them. That's just for her to lay her eggs, to make more bees, to bring in more nectar, so on and so forth. These medium ones are for the honey. You ask yourself, well, don't you want as much honey as you can possibly get? Why wouldn't you make this the honey box? Put a big honey box on there. And I'm gonna tell you why. If you watch my video this summer of me harvesting honey, the reason why you want to go with a medium, I don't give a damn how strong you are. I'm a strong guy. Don't let the fat fool you. Here's the problem. Picking this shit up, when this is full of honey, because I used to just use all deep boxes. When this is full of honey, this is 50 pounds. This one box is full of honey, 50 pounds. So now you gotta lift this up while bees is humming around you. Smoke is going on. It's like a war zone. Bees everywhere, smoke everywhere. They want to get their honey back, so yeah, they trying to get at you. You trying to lift this up without breaking your damn back. Now you can't carry this in the house. You got bees following you. And so what I do, I go into the garage. But here's the problem. You still got to get them in the garage. I got 50 pounds. One box, 50 pounds. So I got 3 boxes full of honey. That's 150 pounds. Oh yeah, I ain't messing with your masculinity or your manhood or your strength. You can do it. I could do it. 150 pounds ain't much to lift. Try doing that shit when you got 200 bees following you because they want their honey back, and you walking through wet, damp grass through the yard with this hot-ass beekeeper suit on, you sweating inside, sweat done got in your eye, done blinded you in one eye because you're contacted. So you walking like this with 150 pounds of honey. Want to know how I figured out don't ever do that shit again? Once you see one of these boxes fall off and bust, and you got about 5 gallons of honey spilt out into the grass, and bees all over from South Carolina is eating it, that tell you don't do that stupid shit no more. So, the smaller medium box only holds so much honey, and they're manageable. It's easier to pick them up because now you got, even though it's still heavy, it's still a lot of honey, but you got 30 pounds or 25 pounds versus 50 pounds, 150 pounds. You know what I'm saying? So the reason for that is up here. You got to be smart. And the reason I'm telling y'all some of these ins and outs, because out of all the videos I've ever watched, nobody ever say some of this stuff. So I'm saving you the money and the trouble so you don't have to go through that, what I did. All the wasted money, the wasted time. I'm trying to save you energy because I want you. Hey, T. Leonard, thank you, blessings. I want you to become a beekeeper. I'm not getting anything out of it. Well, I am. I take that back. I'm not going to lie to you. I am getting some kickback from teaching y'all about beekeeping. Want to know what it is? It's not money. It's being alive. Because if these bees die, I'm going to die. You wonder why? Because they pollinate everything. Well, it's still food in the grocery store. I won't be able to afford it because it will be so rare to get a nice, fresh, healthy peach or lettuce, cucumbers, all of that. I won't be able to afford a cucumber. You can barely afford the shit now. This is how to get rid of that. This is how to bypass all of those. You don't got to go to the store for honey. You don't got to go to the store for cucumbers, lettuce, tomatoes, and all this. Because your girls in here, they doing all the work for you. You ain't got to go, and you know what's in it. You know what's in your bees. You know what's in your honey. Let me show you this real quick. You know what? I know what's in this honey. I ain't got to be wondering, did they spray pesticides all over their land? Did they? Nope. I know what's in here. Pure. Y'all wonder why I charge so much when or if I sell it? Because I showed you on the video exactly what's inside of it. Step by step I showed you. I showed you me pull it out the hive. I showed you how I do it all summer long. I don't put no chemicals or none of that. If a hive don't make it, I say a prayer for them. Only the strong survive. That's the law of nature to me. If you ain't gonna make it through all the, you wasn't gonna make it anyway. So, next. Okay. Now, back to Chef's question. How much are these hive bodies? Let's get into that. If you find somewhere local and put it together, okay, I'm gonna stop because somebody asking questions. Okay. Are you going to make any more bee videos this year? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Because few people are very interested, and I'll do anything to make more beekeepers around the world or whatever. Because the more beekeepers we got, the more things get pollinated, the cheaper food goes. It's the same thing to me as carpooling. When you carpool, the gas prices go up. Start catching the bus, everybody start catching a ride with their friends and stuff. You know what that does? When the gas ain't selling because you only putting gas in one vehicle, the price of gas goes down. Right? That's why that's why they're getting rid of these transportation systems in all these different cities. My whole hometown, they have got rid of all the transportation in there. They don't want you combining forces and saving money. They don't want that to happen. So the same thing with bees. The more of y'all that become beekeepers, the more stuff get pollinated, the more stuff you growing in your own yard. When you go to the store, watch the prices drop. Now that people know how to grow strawberries and grapes and cucumbers and lettuce and tomatoes, the price, you watch them go down. Like, I wonder why these tomatoes is only $1 for a dozen. They must be rotten. No, it ain't because they rotten. It's because you start growing your own damn tomatoes. They ain't making the money that they used to make because people are starting to wise up. And I'll grow my own tomatoes. And that's why some of these big companies, and I'm not going to call them out, start messing with the seeds and stuff and making the seed prices go up. Morning Gardener even know about that. Me and him talked about that. The prices of seeds are going up. Then it's one big company that's starting to take over all the seed corporations and bully them out of their business so they can make their own special evil seeds. And y'all know who it is. Don't say it on here because they might delete this video. Don't say it. But you dig what I'm saying? It all starts here. When you out in that garden, before you step your foot into that soil, it starts here. Because every seed you put in that ground ain't going to do nothing without them. I'm going to go back. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Let me see here. Oh man, it's a lot of question. Quick question, are the hive expensive? Okay. Back to Chef's question. You can get this hive body, the medium, and really you can make a whole hive out of just mediums. The mediums, just off the top, I'm gonna scroll real quick. Nope. A medium hive body, just online, okay? You can get them cheaper than this, like on eBay and a kit. I got one here, just off the top. It's $43. Okay, here's the deal with that. You like, shit, $40, that's crazy. This comes with all the frames that you need inside, and it's already put together. You got to do the math on that. $2 per frame times 10, right? That's 20 bucks. Your hive body, say that's 30 bucks. But it ain't even really 30 bucks. Say it's $10. Putting this together, don't nobody want to be sitting around doing that. You paying for that cost, for them to put it together for you. And if you want it painted like this, they're going to charge you for that too. But if you buy this box, this is already assembled, fully assembled with 10 frames, super hive put together. And the shipping with it all put together is even going to cost more because it's coming in a big old box. Right? Okay. Buy it unassembled. All it is like Lego blocks. You put them together like this and tap some nails in them. Put it together the other corner like this, tap some nails in it. You just saved yourself, because this box, when I buy them, you can even see the nails through the paint. When I buy them unassembled like this box will cost me like 10 bucks. And you buy the frames unassembled, those frames gonna cost you like $1 or less than $1 each. And all you do is staple all this stuff together. You just saved yourself tons of money. So it's different ways. If you don't want to do all of that, I'm not stapling nothing, I'm not nailing nothing, I don't got no tools like that. Buy it already assembled. Save yourself the problem. But I'm going to tell you this. If you buy it all assembled for a price something like $40, don't buy it painted, because that's going to hike it up another damn $30, believe it or not. Don't buy it painted. Go to one of these big box stores, like we did, and get you some of that paint that somebody brought back that don't match their house very well. And you're going to buy that big gallon of paint for like $1, $2. Paint your boxes with that. Everybody like, oh, those colors are so beautiful. You painted all. It's teal blue. It's yellow. It's white. Oh, that was beautiful. How did y'all do that? Here's the problem with that. I didn't do that on purpose. I didn't do it to be cute. I did it because that yellow was on sale for $1. That white was on sale for $2. That blue was out there on sale for 50 cents. And them pink ones was on sale. That's why all my boxes is a billion different colors. I didn't have, each can don't got enough paint in it for me to paint like 4 boxes all the same color and stuff like that. So I was like, just forget it. Paint each one something else until you run out of paint. Just saved you money. Okay, back to action, y'all. Let's get back into it. Another tool that you will need. We coming up on an hour, y'all. Another tool you will need. When you end up getting honey, see what that is? I pulled this out because that's about to get melted down and turned into the candle I showed y'all yesterday, which I did away with it. But I'm glad I didn't, because I wanted to show you this. When you get your hive and they start building comb like this, it'll be like this, right? It's always start in the middle somewhere. Sometimes it start on the edge, but usually for the most part it start about right there. If you don't have, like you've seen me do, 5 gallons of honey you're about to spin out with that big spinner that I have, if you're not about to do that, the spinner costs $100. Somewhere around there. Anywhere from 80 to 100 bucks for that spinner. And all you about to spin out is this much honey. Out of this, you about to waste $100. Until you start really doing some real true beekeeping, don't even think about no spinner. Okay? Here's one of the, I know this is going to be ghetto as hell, but you got to stick with me. It's called Crush and Strain. This is actually crush and strain honey in this particular jar. Because in one hive that this came out of, I was like, that's not enough honey for me to pull out the spinner. Because once you spin the honey, you leave so much residual honey behind after you done spinned it. You will leave 3 or 4 of those jars in there and you don't even know it because it's sticking to the sides. And it's so dense that it'll take maybe a week or 2 before that drains to the bottom and you realize, damn, I got a whole nother liter of honey in this thing. Don't waste your time. Then you got to clean that big monster up. This is what you do. Say you got this full of honey. This fell off the hive. And believe it or not, that's really what happened to that. See how that's broke right there? They had just started this. And it was on a deep frame. That's why it's so long. And I went in there and it's brand new, it's fresh. When it's brand new and fresh, it's delicate and it's hot outside. I went to touch it and move it and it did it. I said, oh, no, full of honey. Okay, Now, I was able, since I was harvesting so much honey, I was able to just slip this in on the side and spin this out too. But let's say this is full of honey. You're going to put this one little thing in a big old giant spinner and spin it out around the walls of the spinner? Don't waste your time. Don't waste your money. This is what you do. Get ready for this. Power to the people. You take this, and I'm going to explain this in a minute. Everybody know what this is, right? How I'm looking, baby? Am I sweet? Am I good, baby? Yeah, baby, I'm ready to show them what I can do, girl. Woo! Right? That's what this looks like to you. That's what this is. Right on. That's what this is. This is a hair pick. The most African Americans use, especially back in the 70s and the 80s. No, the 80s was pretty much Jerry curl juice, wasn't it? 80s and 70s. This is what we did. I bought this for a reason. I'm bald. I don't have hair. Why do I have an Afro pick, old school? This is why. Because you take this pick, and this is usually fully covered. This is what this will look like when you get it. It'll be kind of white and covered up, and you will barely be able to see the cells of honey underneath it, right? I didn't want to destroy this whole comb because it's new, it's fresh, and I'm going to tell you about that too on how to catch bees. It's new, it's fresh, so I don't want to destroy this. So you take this and you puncture, you literally go in and puncture all of that with your pick, and the honey just start pouring out. You take your hand and you crush, you literally put on some rubber gloves and you crush it and you squeeze all the honey out. Once you squeeze all that honey out, you put that in a little bucket because that's what you're going to melt down to make candles later. Now, why do I use an Afro pick? Think about this. Why do I use an Afro pick? Because this Afro pick costs 97 cents. They have the exact, and I'm not going to pull them up because I don't want to get in trouble. They have the exact same damn thing without the right on that they're selling you, shaped exactly the damn same. Go online and look. Shaped the exact same way. And they're selling it to you for $29 and up. $29.97. This is cooler to me anyway. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I use this on a crush and strain method. Because it's called something like, I don't even know what it's called. Honey agitator extractor or whatever it's called. Whatever. It's a pick. And this is all you do. You poke all the holes in it, let the honey start draining out, and you spin the damn honey out. So every time, y'all have even seen me online on my video do it. Just like this. Say this is full of this wax, just like this. You can see a little bit of the wax in there that the bees did. This is how I start, and y'all watch me. I set this on a tray. Where my right arm go? Oh. Set this on a tray, like a cookie sheet, and I take this and I scrape all them holes down. Scrape it. Y'all watch me on that video. If not, you want to go back and see that. And you see the honey start pouring out. Then I flip it over on the other side, full of honey. All of that stuff, and I scrape all that stuff down. Honey pouring out. Then I put it in my spinner and spin out. This will hold maybe this much honey. Each frame. Think about that. I got 10 frames in this box. Each frame gonna give me this. About 16 ounces of honey. Think about that. Now, they wanted me to spend $29 for Afro pick. That's ridiculous. Okay, so now, recap. Let's go over here. Bee suit. Your bee suit costs you about 15 bucks. Make sure it has the veil. Make sure it comes with the gloves. Forget the pants. You don't really necessarily need the pants. Trust me. Just get you some sweatpants. You'll be good. Bee suit. Why does it keep catching my hat? Make sure it comes with the veil. Okay. Not even necessarily the gloves. You can go buy some gloves from anywhere. But the veil, they gonna be at you. This is where they come. When the bees, when they get agitated, the first place they head for is your face. Have you ever seen how bugs bump you like this? You're like, woo! What the hell was that? This is why they head for your face. Because they're targeted, they're aiming for your carbon dioxide as you breathe out. That's what attracts them, because they know wherever that carbon dioxide is coming from, that's a vital area, and that's going to make them stop attacking us. When bears is getting honey, they aim for their face. They sting them in the face because the bear got thick skin, thick wool. They know we can sting him all day in the belly. He going to be cool. Carbon dioxide out of your nose, in your mouth. You want to hear one more place? Out of your ass. So don't be going out there. Don't be going out there ready to keep no bees and you got gas. You better eat some Beano first, because if you keep Putin out there around the beehives, they come for your ass. Literally, they is coming to get your smoke hole. So if you got to cut the juice out there, you got to cut it loose, you better pinch that one in. Because they smell that. That's carbon dioxide. They like, there's something foul. Just like you don't want to be sitting next to nobody that's over here pooting and stinking. They don't either. To them, that's a threat. And sometimes I go out there very threatening. So have I ever been stung in the ass? Yep. That's how I know. So I kind of figured like, and Lady Liz said, yeah, you shouldn't do that anymore while we doing this. I'm like, yeah, I think so. Because they head right for the hole, baby. If you ever seen Star Wars back in the day, how they took down that big old planet, they went straight for the hole. That's where all the power was, right? Going straight down that shaft, and that's how they got me. So, believe it or not, let me see. If you are a meat eater, because they coming for you, you don't got to be eating no meat. Gas is gas, bruh. Once those gases and juices churn around in your belly, it's coming out the same way. Don't care if you eat meat or you done ate a big pickle and some lettuce. They don't want to. Your gas stink just as bad as mine. So that's not a meat eater debate. Poot air is poot air. Now, one other tool. I'm glad I didn't crush this. Because say we go in the hive, we're going to use this. And this frame is full of honey. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm taking this right now. They got plenty of honey. I'm taking this. Here's the problem. It's covered with bees. Thank you, Chef. It's covered with bees. The bees are on top of that honey. It's 2 ways to do this, and I found out the hard way. You see beekeepers online, they take a brush, and that brush costs about $30 too. I wasn't doing that. This, 97 cents. Same brush, same horsehair. Horse or boar hair, same thing. Brush them bees off lightly when you're trying to see something. $30, 97 cents. Move them out the way. Now here's the thing that I've learned. If you watch my videos, you never see me use a brush anymore. Because no matter how many times you brush them, if there's hundreds of bees on this frame, soon as you brush them, these come and fill that spot up. You brush them this way, they fill the spot up this way. You never get rid of them. You flick them off like this, they fly back on. This is what I do to make it quick. The whole frame is full of bees. Watch my beekeeping videos, you'll see exactly what I do. Full of bees and honey. And I show you in the camera like this, you know what I do? All the bees, I shake it like that. Boom! All the bees fall off. And before they can figure out what the hell happened, I take that frame of pure honey and set that in an empty box and cover it up. Then they can't get back to it. So I don't even use this anymore. I brought this out as a demonstration of one of the things. I would still say buy you a brush, because there's some stuff you can use it for. Good morning, Birdie. There's some stuff you can use it for, but I rarely use it anymore. Bees on it, full of honey. You want that honey? Boom, boom. No more bees. It's that easy. Okay. One more important tool before I go. This is your queen catcher. What that look like, y'all? Girl, I'm getting ready for him tonight. He ain't gonna know what hit him. He gonna be like, girl, you so fine. Look, I bought you. Ain't nothing but a hair clip. It's a queen catcher though. And this is the use for it. Because when you go in your hive, I told you how tight these are together, right? All it takes, and I'm going to lift this back up so you can see. All it takes for you to do is move this the wrong way at the wrong time, and you won't even know you just crushed and killed the queen. You like, what? Crushed and killed the queen? Hey, DZ, how you doing? You just killed the queen. So when you go in there, when you rushing, that's why I say don't rush doing no beekeeping, because if you kill the queen, you kill the hive. You don't do that. So once you find her, oh, there she is on the frame right here. Oh, there go the queen. Don't be trying to pick her up with your hands. A lot of beekeepers do that. I'm not a professional commercialized beekeeper, so I ain't doing that. They know the tricks of the trade of that. I don't. I don't even really want to know. So when I see the queen, because your fingers, you got oil on your fingers. And if you got gloves on, you really going to crush her. But oil on your fingers, you're supposed to pick her up by the wings. I'm not messing with the queen's wings, because your oil transfers to her and so on and so forth. That wing might fall off. It might get stuck to your finger because you got that gluey propolis on it. You rip her wing off, she's done. They instantly start seeing her as inferior, and they might kill her. They might smell too much of you on her and kill her. So I keep my hands off of her. So when I see her on the frame, I had a little piece of lettuce or something on here. So it don't matter. When I see her on the frame, I take this clamp and I say, oh, there she go. And I just lightly clamp her in there. She's in there. And I got videos of that too. If you go back and try to find some of my beekeeper videos, I'm going to have to make a playlist. She's in here. Now she's safe. So what I do, now I can go all willy-nilly inside this box. You know, and don't be one of the people, I don't want to crush a bee. You're going to crush some bees. I don't care if you going in there with ballerina slippers on. You're going to crush some doggone bees. Okay? So now your objective, now that the queen is safe, get in and get out. Like Ocean's 11. So I set the queen over to the side like that. Keep her out of the sun. Cover her up with something, because that's why this is dark. They don't like the light like that. Keep her out of the sun, so you want to cover her up with something safe, you know. And if so, take her in the house if you have to. But keep her out of that hot sunlight. That'll kill her fast. She got a belly full of eggs. She got so many eggs in her, as soon as you touch her, eggs just be falling out. As soon as you got her in this cage, eggs is just all inside the cage. She can't stop laying them. Little dots, little white dots, those are her eggs. So you got to be delicate. You don't want to cook her belly, cook her full of eggs. Don't do that. So now, this is important. Recap. Bee suit. I ain't putting that hood back on. Bee suit. Make sure it has the veil. Gloves, optional. Hive tool, one of the most important things you own. You get this before you get the smoker. So, bee suit, make sure it has the veil. Hive tool, smoker. You're going to end up needing one of these, trust me. Power to the people pick to get the honey out, to scrape your honey out before you spin it out. That stuff, oh, and a queen catcher, queen clip. I think you get like 5 or 10 of these for like $3 online, and I got tons of them. I keep some in my pocket. Lady Lead keeps some in her pocket. These come with pockets. Keep your pockets ready to go. I even got matches. All this stuff is important. When you out there, you can't be looking around for nothing. You got to get it. So, okay, exactly. You will crash bees, no way to avoid it. Exactly. Now, this is one that's optional. Either you need it or you don't. This is what I use. Remember, I live in South Carolina. It get in the hundreds down here. And I have to wear a coat in that. I'm sweating with a tank top and shorts and flip-flops. Imagine I'm got on sweatpants in this coat. When I have this coat on in the summer, I don't even wear no shirt up under here. It's just too hot. This is one thing you need to remember that they don't tell you on them other videos. Old school. Get your ass a sweatband. Good morning, Supreme. What's up, man? Get you a sweatband. And I'm going to tell you why. And I'm going to perform this real quick so you understand. Because when you got on this suit, you zip that up. You pull him from the left, you pull him from the right. You got that patch down. You get your gloves on, because your gloves is really long. They come up your arm. I don't like that. So I just cover my sleeves because my forearms are huge. I just cover that up with my sleeves. Now, I'm sweating. I'm outside, it's 100 degrees, I'm burning up, sweat is dripping down my face, and I can't take this out because I got this wide open, bees is flying around, smelling my exhaust and my sweat, my carbon dioxide and my sweat. They can't wait for me to take this hood off. They like, oh, please take it off and wipe that sweat. I'm first to get his ass. I'm heading for the eye. That sweatband catching all your sweat. You still sweating, but it ain't running into your eyeballs. Something that costs 50 cents or $3 or $4 at any sporting goods store or big box store just saved you a bunch of trouble. Because you can't walk in the house, you can't do this like, whoa, I'm sweating. Whoo, let me out of here. Bzz. You don't want that. Okay? So this simple little device that you see, I keep it in my pocket. This simple little thing will save you tons of trouble. Because once you out there, this is like you done sailed your boat out into the middle of the lake. Once you're out there, you're out there. So you better make sure you got everything with you. You got to make sure. And this is how you do that. Simple things. Sweatband. $3 for $1. I'm not going to keep on going on this chapter because I already went way too long. It's been over an hour. I said 15 minutes. That turned into 30, and that turned into an hour, and now we trucking on down to 2-hour land, y'all. It's so much more to tell you, and I got so many more props out here to show you. But I don't want to make this video too long, but I hope it was informative to you. I hope this chapter was informative to you because it's important. Everything I told you is not a game. It's not a joke. Everything I just told you, whether I was joking around or not, is definitely serious. So if you're trying to start up a beehive, these are essentials. And I even got it on my little list that I wrote down that I was totally off script. Essential. Essential. All right, food forest permaculture, I gotta go too. So I just wanted to let y'all know, if you're thinking about starting a hive, this is how you do it. Don't be so quick to buy any old thing. You can put this together yourself. Me and little Led, we sit around like we playing with Legos, put this stuff together and tap a nail in it, and now you got a box. The frames, same thing. You tap them together with little nails and staples. You don't need to spend all that money. If you don't want to do all of that stuff, you're going to spend some money. I'm just getting that out the way. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you you can get it for the super cheap. You are not. It's going to cost you. Oh, it's going to pay off big in the long run. It's going to pay off super big. But for now, you will never get that price out of your head while you just starting up. You will just be like, damn, I done spent all this money on some bugs. Trust me, I've been there. Every blue moon I still do, but the benefits that you reap, I just have this stuff just sitting around on my table. Just because. And I got tons of it. So, when you talk about preserving food and keeping food, stuff like that, honey will never, ever, ever, ever go bad. Ever. They found honey in some pharaoh's tomb, King Tutankhamun's tomb, that's still edible to this very day. Honey. If you didn't know that, honey will live forever in this state. And here's the thing. I got it in glass and sealed up in a nice jar. King Tut had theirs in a big old clay pot with a lid on it, with some little wax around the rim. That's how they sealed theirs up. And what happens to honey over a matter of time is it crystallizes and turns into like a white paste. Believe it or not, that's even better than the liquid stuff. That's even better. Crystallized honey, the price goes up for crystallized honey because it's hard to do. That means it's been sitting a long time and it's just so sweet and so delicious. It's called cream honey. If you've ever heard of it in the store and you wonder, why, what, they put milk in the honey? No, it's just crystallized honey. You spread it on your toast like butter, or you spread it on your food like butter. You dig it out just like you getting peanut butter and put it on. Instead of pouring it, because that gets messy, just scoop it out with a knife or a spoon, spread it. That's why cream honey costs so much. Superfood. So, that's how that works, you guys. I'm not going to keep y'all too much longer. I could go on all day, y'all know that, and I'm not going to do that to you today. So, back to work tomorrow. And the reason I've been putting out these videos, because I know this some time I had and I was going to dedicate it all to you. So I thank you for watching me on all this stuff. There are going to be more beekeeping videos all through the season, because some of this stuff I really want you guys to eat. If you don't plan on becoming a beekeeper, at least think about it and become knowledgeable about it. That's all. So you will the more knowledge you get on the subject, it'll make you kind of be, nah, I can do that. I think I could do that. That's how I started doing all of this. Beekeeping, making wine. Who thinks about making wine? I was just like, you know what? I've watched this. I think I can do that. He ain't asking for too much. I think I can pull that off. Don't cost no money. That's the first thing that's going to get me interested. I think I can do that. So thank you guys for everything. You know I love you. I do. I want us all to become beekeepers so we'll all be a little bit more knowledgeable and we'll all help do our one little piece to save the planet. Recycle. That's beekeeping. You'll watch how many benefits you reap out of this one hobby. And if you're thinking about homesteading, or you are homesteading, or you do have a garden, watch how much better your stuff look than everybody else's on YouTube because of this. I get a lot of questions like, wait, how do you keep the bugs off? How did you get so many fruit and your tree is only 2 or 3 years old? Telling you, God and bees. That's it. Because before I did this, I had gardens at my other house on that land. My gardens was cool. But once I got into beekeeping, y'all already know all the persimmons, pears, apples, peaches, all of this. Boom. From bees. All right, that's it, you guys. I'm sorry to keep you so long. I didn't want to do this at all. I love you. Leadfarmer73. I got to go out here and finish this yard work before it's time to go make that money again. And I'm out. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you learned something today. All right, I'm gonna go back and if you commented right here today in the live, can you put it in the comments so I can answer you? Because you can't answer nothing that's in the live comments. If you can put that comment into the comment section under the box, in the comment section, so I can actually talk to you and answer your questions and everything else, that would be great, because I really do want to answer your questions. I think several people had questions. I really want to answer them, okay? That's interested in doing something like this. All right? The only thing we're going to reap, the only thing I reap from doing this and showing you this is I get to live longer and to bring the prices down for everybody. All right? Leadfarmer73, I love you, and I'm out.